Alright, it's time for something that I'm going to do every single year. Every June, to be exact. It is time for the Fleet video. Every June, I'm going to talk about the Fleet. Huge mega disclaimer, though. I am currently filming this on May 8th. A lot can happen in a month. So, if any of this information is wrong, I will put updates in the description. Probably, hopefully, if I get any of this information wrong in the time of me filming this video to the time it goes live. So let's start with buses. The 2700s are being sold and auctioned off to anybody who wants them. The 2800 series buses have been fully retired. These are the last of the D40 LFs. We just have the updated New Flyers left after that, and then we're going to be out of New Flyer diesels. That's insane. But all the 2800s have been retired. I don't know when they're going to be selling those, but I would imagine we'll probably keep them for a short while to use for backup fleet, for, let's say, a shuttle, or let's say a MAX project were to be going on and it was going to be closed for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and they wanted to bring out extra buses. Those are definitely going to be part of that. Although, I don't know, Trimet has kind of changed that over the last year or so. So I guess we'll see. So that means that this is the list of all of the buses that are currently in service. But a few notes as well. 3049 and 3050 we currently have and are currently undergoing testing. And in fact, there's a whole story behind that I'll cover here in a moment. But those are not running yet. But the rest of these on this list pretty much are. The Desert Rose, at least at the time of me filming this, has not entered service. It has not showed up on the Rose City Transit list, but I can 100% confirm that it is numbered 4101, as I did get a really short video where I was awestruck while filming it. It was by complete... I did not know they were testing it. I was walking into the Beaverton Transit Center and saw it pulling out. So I put the backpack on the ground and quickly fumbled for my camcorder and started filming it. And as of the time of me editing this video, here are all the 4500 series buses that I currently know of that we have for FX service this September. So let's talk about those converted buses again. So, Trimet sent, I've talked about it before, but they sent 3048 through 3050 off to California to get overhauled, but more importantly, converted to battery electric. These were once diesel buses that are now electric. Trimet sent these off. Then we got number 3050 back in the end of 2021, I believe. And then like 2 weeks later, number 3048 shows up. And they're out kind of testing, doing some things, and then you just don't hear a thing from them. And 3049 was still sitting there in California this whole time. Then, what does Trimet do? They sent them back to California, probably because they encountered several issues. They sent both 3048 and 3050 back, so now California had all three again. And then... February, maybe early March, 3050 comes back to Portland. And it's rarely testing, but it was sitting there at the Columbia bus area up in Northeast Portland. And it was sitting there and sitting there and sitting there, and then a couple months go by, 3049 shows up. So now we have 3049. And now, at least at the time of me filming this, for a few weeks now, but at the time of you seeing this, it'll probably be like a month and a half if they don't send it back, 3050 is sitting at Merlot Garage, which is a really good sign. That means it probably will be testing soon, although I personally, I go on Rose City Transit website a couple times a day and check to see all the buses that are running. And 3050 seems to never be on. Sometimes it'll be on, but it'll always be at Merlot Garage. I never see it out testing. And 3049 is still sitting at Columbia. And 3048 is still in CCW in California. So we got 3048 and 3050, sent both of them back, got 3050 again, and then 3049, but 3048 is still sitting there in California. Now let's talk about Max Fleet. Type 1s. Well, we've got all of them, but number 106 has been retired for a couple of years now to be used as spare parts to repair other Type 1s that are old. However, all the others are technically still active, even if some have been out of service for quite some time due to certain extensive repairs or whatever. And as the Type 6s arrive, which we'll get to, the Type 1s will slowly be retiring at that point as they enter service. Type 2s, number 215, is still in California. We're going on our 3rd year now. They sent this off before COVID to get overhauled. And now it's June 2022, and it's still in California. I think they forgot. The rest of the existing fleet, the Type 3s, 4s, and 5s, not really a ton to say about those. But now let's move on to the Type 6s. 601 should be delivered this month. Originally, before COVID even happened, these trains could have entered Portland by fall 2021 at the earliest. But then COVID happened and things like that. So then they said, well, now the first Type 6 could be delivered in spring 2022. But then, I know somebody who heard somebody talking, and they said that it was going to be delivered in May. Well, it's now May, and nothing happened. So now we've also heard June. We will see. We'll see. But number 601, the first Type 6, is supposed to be delivered this month. And then the rest of the others throughout the rest of the year. And as they enter service, they will replace the Type 1s. And I'm excited to announce an actual future thing that we can look forward to as Portlanders riding Trimet. Trimet, literally just days after Earth Day, ordered something from Gillig. Yeah, that must mean we're getting new buses. But no, not just ordinary buses. We are getting 24 long-range battery electric buses. 24! This is going to be the first step of a long, almost 2-decade-long process. We are now officially transitioning away from diesel. These are not test buses anymore. These are legitimate. This is going to be a part of the fleet. This is them. This is the first ever shipment, full shipment, of buses. These are not test buses. So, we're getting 24. And they're apparently also supposed to come equipped with the overhead charging infrastructure, kind of like our New Flyer buses. So, when can you see these? Well, since the ordering date, 18 months from the ordering date, which is fall 2023. It's going to be a while, and that's the earliest date. We don't know if any sort of manufacturing issues are going to happen, so for now, we're going to say end of 2023 at the earliest, and they would probably enter service in 2024. It sounds like a ways off, it's because it is. But then that's probably around the time the 2900 series buses will retire. I'll probably have more information about that in next year's fleet update video. But yes, the order was placed on like April 26th or something like that. It was literally just days after Earth Day. And I'm very excited to see. And these will go to Powell Garage, which just got 24 battery electric chargers installed at it as part of its never-ending renovations. And Merlot now has 6 additional chargers as well. So that's pretty cool. Well, thank you for watching this video of my new yearly series with 1 episode a year of Trimet's Fleet. I will continue to update this as the years go on, obviously. As I said, it was yearly. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.